what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Now, originally I wasn't gonna do this, but seeing as how it's game three, I gotta support my Rockets in any shape, form, or fashion. So also gotta give a shout out to my boy Ed Huncho. You know what I'm saying? AKA Mark Parrish. Yo, what's good? You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, shout out to Ed Honcho, you know what I'm saying? Because actually, without me watching his streams and whatnot, I never would have even heard of this song by, Future. Might as well. By the way, I don't own the rights to this, so YouTube, I hope y'all don't flag me for this shit. But like I said, let's get into it. Y'all might hear the music in the background, but that's alright. Now, going into this game, I do believe that we're gonna have to, keep up with what we were doing last game. But instead of having to constantly switch, well, actually, what I mean by instead of switching, I would act. So you live streaming? Oh yeah, man. Oh yes, yeah. I live stream. You know what I'm saying? It's at first, I seen Huncho was gonna do one, a little later, and at first I really wasn't gonna do it, but like I said, just looking at it for what it is, it's game three. The Rockets, we got to get this dub, but in order to do so, this man that you're looking at right here on the screen, he's gonna have to produce more than what 10 points. You know what I'm saying? I do believe he's gonna have to have one of those 25-point games tonight, especially since how we in Oracle. I can probably see him ended with maybe 9, 10 assists. He might even go for 12. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure about his rebound numbers and all that good jazz, so I'm not gonna pretend like I do know them. But I'm going on to this man now. This man, CP3, he's gonna play a vital role in us getting the dub tonight. Why? Spacing, switching. Uh, yeah and no, and I'm gonna get to that in just a second. And I can respect you, for not being sarcastic, but I'm gonna get to that in just a second because KD is one of those players that is hard to guard. But like I said, I'm gonna get to that in just a second. CP3, man, he's got to produce more than 15, 16 points. I'm not sitting here saying that he has to, put up 30. You know what I'm saying? Because then he'd be doing more than Harden. But if he can give you a good solid 19, what, 9 assists, possibly 10. Give him a good double double. I can definitely see us, facilitating the ball with this man at the helm, and constantly just moving the ball around and getting good looks. Now, on to what Mark Parrish was talking about with Clint Capella. Actually, looking at it for what it is, I mean, you are, if you, well, I'm not gonna say if you know. Me personally, I look at the game a little different. I would actually have Clint Capella at the four, and like if you don't follow me, I'm a big fan of this man right here. Now, of course, he's a some say he's a liability, but I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be willing to make the right adjustments. You know what I'm saying, to get the job done. Now, correct. I'm not sitting here saying that Mike D'Antoni will do this because, as you can see, he didn't. This man didn't play a single snap. The other night when we won, my bad about that, and he didn't play a single snap, and we got the dub. So, there's that. My bad about all this, y'all. Now, the reason why I would say I would put Capella at the four, but matter of fact, because that's not happening, I'm gonna just leave that topic for another day. With Clint, I can definitely see them still going with the whole switcheroo thing as far as having him play, he probably will switch up on Curry. He might switch on Clay. Preferably, I would have him switch on Clay because Clay's not no great ball handler. My bad. You know, he's not gonna just cross you up and make you fall down. So Clint could really stay in front of Clay, if you ask me, in my personal opinion. This man, Eric Gordon, I call him Mr. Underrated or Mr. Underslash. That's what I call him because he's underrated by a lot of folks. But as you saw in the last game, if you overlook this man, he will splash. He will dribble, cross you up, make you look stupid, and then pull up from 27 feet and splash it. Straight like that. We definitely gonna need major contributions from him coming off the bench. My personal philosophy when it comes to basketball, especially when you're involving your bench, if you can get 10 points from a bench player, you more than likely will be in solid shape. Now, I'm not saying that he will get 10 points. I'm not saying that he will score more than 10 points, but 10 points is definitely the average with this dude, and he's got to score like how he did last game if we want to walk out of Oracle with a dub. Sorry about that. Gerald Green, Mr. H-Town himself. Oh man, I don't know what I like more about this series: the fact that we're in the Western Conference Finals, or that this man is playing for his home team in the Western Conference Finals. Gerald Green, it's really not much I can say about this man. I mean, coming off the bench, I just like with Eric Gordon, tuck, line up, gonna run. Okay. Sorry about that. I couldn't really make out what you were saying. You said tuck, wagon, line up, gonna run. I can't read that last part, but Gerald Green, if we can get us a couple defensive stops, you know, and get this man running out in transition, especially if we can get some good defensive steals, you know, cause some defensive turnovers. I really want to see them be able to get a lot of these guys out in transition, preferably when Gerald Green is on the court. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see him get out in transition and run. I necessarily don't have time to go through the whole roster because, like I said, my boy Honcho is planning on streaming, and I do plan on watching that because I am a supporter. You know, by the way, you know, if you haven't checked it out, you know, go shout out to Saw Sports HTX, my boy Ed Honcho. You know, if you haven't followed, please go follow because we bring in the livest content from Houston when it comes to not only the Rockets but the Texans, the Astros, the Dynamos, and we all may not always know the subjects, but trust me, we're doing our due diligence and we're picking up on it, so we won't just be covering, you know, football and basketball. We will be doing this, you know, with other sports and all that good jazz. Going on to a few other players that I do want to mention real quick. Luke Mbah a Moute. Where do I begin? I mean, the guy played terrible. I mean, the guy was looking like Shaq at the free throw line out there. And that's not me being objective. That's not me taking shots at Mbah a Moute. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I kind of was. Fact of the matter is, the dude smoked multiple layups, and you just can't have that. You know, it's one thing when it's contested or if it's even blocked, but when your shot's not being contested, or you know, it's not even heavily contested. You know, I remember in game 1 and game 2, you know, he had at least a good 2 steps on the defender and just absolutely smoked it. Now, I don't know if his injury is, you know, playing into that, but sorry about that. You know, if he's hurt, you know, let coach know so we can get the right guys in the lineup so that you're not hurting the team, you know. So you can actually be beneficial to us when it's necessary. Ryan Anderson. Now, oh my goodness. Talk about a player that 90% of the fan base, as far as the Rockets, they're pissed off at this man because he's getting paid $20 million and he's not doing a damn. It's unacceptable. Period. Point blank. Now, what what can what do you think that, as far as what do you think that I would do with him if I was Mike D'Antoni? Seeing as how he's not being that Rhino that we once knew, the fat Rhino, as my boy Phoenix would call him. You know, seeing as how we're not getting that kind of production from him, seeing as how he's not shooting so well from three, if I'm Mike D'Antoni, instead of trying to live behind the three line with Anderson, I'll set some mid-range screens for him and let him get some open jump shots at mid-range. Hopefully that can get him going. If we can get, I promise you, if we can get Ryan Anderson going in this any time of this series, especially in Game 3 or 4, the Rockets will go on we more than likely will crush the Warriors if we can get this man going. Now I know that's not a favorable topic, but hey, it is what it is. You're gonna talk about things that people don't like and all that good jazz. But hey, that's why we do this. Because this is our team. We support them. So shit, people gonna disagree and not like what you have to say. But hey, at the end of the day, this ain't their stream. P.J. Tucker, man. Outside of his tenacious defense that he's been playing, dude balled out last game, and you can't deny that. On the offensive end, if PJ Tucker if he can get us at least 15 points this game, we'll be straight. Now, am I expecting him to live behind the 3-point line in the corners like how he did in Game 2? He could, if depending on how the rotations go and how the matchup is. But I can guarantee you, Golden State, they watched a ton of film and they're going to be cognizant of him in that corner. So, like I said, if he can get us 15 points, we'll be solid. Trevor Ariza. For all you that's watching, don't pay any mind to the sore knee and all that. That's not it. But Ariza, now he balled out as well last game, having 19 points and all that good jazz. He was a consistent splasher. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't going in for a few dunks, he was splashing them from mid and long range. We need that again. Now, not only do we need solid contributions from these guys' offense, but like I said earlier, these guys who play defense, we're going to need it again, because what Mike D'Antoni has done the first two games, well, actually in Game 2, is the audio on? Oh my gosh, I'm be pissed if Hey, can you hear me now? Braylon Rios? Hey, Braylon Rios, let me know if you can hear me. Just, type in yes or no. Oh man, I can't believe I was streaming this whole time and nobody could hear me. Hold up. Oh man, this is not good. Hold up. I actually need to go and look at just to make sure. Give me a second, guys. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I couldn't really make out what you were saying. You said Tuck Web. Oh no, okay, there it goes. It was playing earlier. Okay, cool. Now as I was saying, all of these guys, they're gonna have to play some solid defense, and course, like I said, instead of panicking when the ball moves around, one thing that I'm real happy about that Mike D'Antoni has emphasized with this team, because people are quick to say that Mike D'Antoni, and you know how they make fun of him saying Mike Antoni, no D. Well, scratch that and put that motherfucking D right back in his name, because these people that we've signed, we can play some solid defense now. If I'm not mistaken, after the second half of the season, we ranked third when PJ Tucker got into the lineup, if I'm not mistaken. So the Rockets do play some solid defense. You know what I mean? So if anybody sitting here telling you that the Rockets can't play defense, or because they play under Mike Antoni, no D, they're fucking lying, straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's no point in me going down the line the list of mentioning these other players because they won't be playing. So let me see what time it is, because I do believe my boy Ed Honcho is getting ready to start streaming in a little bit. Yep, actually he is. So you guys do me a favor. Give me a solid like, you know what I'm saying? If not, you can also hit that dislike button. You know, I'm not afraid of it. You know what I mean? You know, as per usual, like, sub, and holla at your boy. But before I go, like I said earlier in the stream, and I'm gonna say it again, if you want better content as far as sports, or the livest content, should I say, go check out Salt Sports HTX. You know what I'm saying? Because we're always streaming, we're always getting some kind of action in as far as sports media. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to acknowledge that, but we're rapidly growing at a rapid pace, and at the end of the day, a lot of people that don't want to hear us be heard, they're hearing us be heard, and it's scaring them. So again, do me a favor. Go to Salt Sports HTX on Twitter. If I'm not mistaken, he's on Instagram. Ed Honcho, that's the guy that does most of the streams. He's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, a few other social media platforms that don't come to mind right now. But like I said, just go follow your boy, man. And I'm out.